The story of Cain and Abel, found in Genesis 4, verse 1 to 16, is one of the earliest and most moving narratives in the Bible. It tells the story of Adam and Eve's first two sons and reveals the tragic consequences of jealousy, unchecked anger, and disobedience. After Adam and Eve were sent out of the Garden of Eden, they began their lives in a new world. Eve gave birth to Cain, their firstborn, and later to Abel, his younger brother. As the two boys grew, they took on different roles. Cain became a farmer, working the ground to cultivate crops, while Abel became a shepherd, tending to his flocks. Both sons were taught about God by their parents, understanding that everything they had was a blessing from him. One day, Cain and Abel decided to bring offerings to God. Cain offered some of his crops, while Abel brought the firstborn of his flock along with the best portions. God accepted Abel's offering, but he did not accept Cain's. The Bible does not specify why Abel's offering was accepted over Cain's, but it gives us a few clues. Abel gave his best, showing reverence and gratitude, while Cain's offering appeared to lack the same sincerity. This difference in their attitudes demonstrates that God values not just the act of giving, but the heart and intention behind it. Cain was furious and felt deeply wronged. Instead of seeking to understand why God did not accept his offering or reflecting on his own attitude, Cain allowed anger and jealousy to consume him. Seeing his inner struggle, God spoke to him with compassion and a warning, asking, "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." Genesis 4, 6-7. God's words reveal a choice. Cain could control his emotions and find peace, or he could let anger lead him down a destructive path. God warned him that sin was like a predator waiting for its chance, but reminded him that he had the strength to resist it. However, Cain ignored God's guidance. Instead of mastering his anger, he allowed it to grow. Cain invited Abel to go with him into the field, where he attacked and killed his brother, committing the first murder in history. This terrible act was the result of unchecked anger and jealousy, revealing the consequences of allowing negative emotions to take control. After the murder, God approached Cain and asked, "Where's your brother Abel?" Cain responded defiantly, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" Genesis 4:9. His response showed a complete lack of remorse and an unwillingness to take responsibility for his actions. But God, who sees everything, already knew what had happened. He said to Cain, "What have you done? Listen, your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground." Genesis 4:10. In this statement, God expressed that Abel's life, taken unjustly, cried out against Cain's wrongdoing. As a result of his actions, God pronounced a curse on Cain. The ground that had once yielded crops for him would now be cursed, and he would become a restless wanderer on the earth. In fear, Cain cried out, saying his punishment was too harsh, and he worried that anyone who found him would kill him in vengeance. Even in his judgment, however, God showed mercy. He placed a mark on Cain to protect him, declaring that anyone who harmed Cain would suffer vengeance sevenfold. This mark was both a reminder of Cain's guilt and an assurance of God's mercy. The story of Cain and Abel teaches us several valuable lessons. From the start, Abel's offering was accepted because of the heart behind it. Abel offered his best to God as a true act of worship, while Cain's attitude seemed less sincere. This difference teaches us that God values the sincerity and intention of our hearts. True worship is more than outward actions. It's about honoring God with genuine love and respect. Cain's jealousy and anger led him down a destructive path. Instead of seeking to control his emotions, he allowed them to rule over him, leading to his tragic decision to kill his brother. God's warning to Cain serves as a reminder to confront our negative feelings before they take control. Unchecked jealousy and anger can lead us to hurt others and separate ourselves from God. When God asked Cain about Abel, Cain's response, "Am I my brother's keeper?" showed his unwillingness to accept responsibility. This story reminds us that we have a responsibility to care for and support one another. We are called to love, protect, and be accountable to each other. Ignoring this responsibility can lead to damaging consequences. Cain's punishment highlights the serious consequences of allowing sin to control our lives. But even in judgment, God demonstrated mercy by placing a mark on Cain to protect him from others. This act of mercy serves as a reminder of God's compassion, even when we fall short, and his desire to offer forgiveness and a chance for repentance. If you enjoyed exploring the story of Cain and Abel and the valuable lessons it offers, don't forget to subscribe to Bible Character Stories for more inspiring narratives from the Bible. Each character's life provides unique insights and wisdom that can help us grow in faith and understanding. So hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey through the lives of the Bible's fascinating characters, learning together how their stories can shape and inspire our own lives today.